Hello 3D printing friends. Today on the BV3D channel we're unboxing the Alien 3D UFO Mystery Box for April 2020. Stick around and we'll get into it right after this. I'm Brian and you are watching BV3D. Hi everyone, welcome back. Hey, if you're new here and you want to learn about 3D printing, 3D modeling, and other 3D printing related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, my friendly neighborhood postal worker delivered the Alien 3D UFO Mystery Box for April 2020. And it's been sitting here staring at me for a couple of weeks, giving me a disapproving look, so I really need to unbox this before it drives me nuts. Now, we're back to the black boxes with the Alien 3D logo because Josh at Alien 3D was having a really hard time with his box supply companies. They were just not able to get the custom-themed boxes printed and delivered to him in time. And while the boxes, which were decorated to match the month, were pretty cool, I'm fine with the black and green logoed boxes. Now, for those not familiar with the Alien 3D UFO Mystery Box, it is a monthly subscription mystery box for people with filament-consuming 3D printers. In it, you get 4 20-meter filament samples, usually PLA or PETG, which are easy to print with. And there's a 3D printing related accessory, you get a project to do, and sometimes there's stickers, swag, coupon codes, and a little bit of candy. And you get it all for US $36 a month, which includes shipping in the USA. Now, the mystery part of any mystery box, of course, is that you don't know ahead of time exactly what filament samples you're going to get, or what the accessory is, or what the project is. Now, another cool thing about this is that one lucky subscriber every month will win the Mothership Prize, which is a higher value accessory. Alien 3D has smaller, less expensive subscription products as well, so check the link in the description if you're curious. Well, I think that's about enough about what's supposed to be in the box. Now it's time to open it up and see for reals. Here's an I void warranties for a living sticker. I'll set that aside right over here. And here is our info card. Let's see what Josh has to say. Happy Easter! Well, at least it's still April. While most of us are stuck at home, I hope everyone is staying safe. This month's project should help those who may not have the greenest of thumbs, but as they say, April's showers bring May flowers. As for the accessory, I found these to be pretty cool for showing off prints, so I hope you all have a use for it. Knocking on wood, this month should be the last late box. May will be a little late, but not nearly as bad as this and last month's. But May, June, and July projects and accessories are all on hand already. I just need to get filament for them. I've also been ordering boxes ahead of time, slowly getting ahead again. I want to thank you all again for being patient with me while I work out these kinks in the system. I know I've said this before, but the months ahead should get smoother now. As always, let me know if you have any feedback. You can always reach me at info@alien3d.us. Thank you, Josh, Alien 3D. Things definitely still aren't back to normal, and normal is probably going to be different going forward, but I do hope everyone is still staying safe and healthy. So let's get a look at these filament samples. Here's some 3D Fuel Blue PLA, and this isn't a bad shade of blue. This is Random Imperfect, which for 3D Fuel means it's either from a short spool where they didn't have enough at the end of a run to make a whole spool, or it's a transition color between different color runs, or it's ever so slightly out of spec by 0.3 millimeters instead of their usual 0.2. Now, when you consider that most PLA is generally within 0.5 millimeters, this is not a problem. I've got some other 3D Fuel spools that I bought in the past, and it's pretty good, so I expect this to be just as good. Now, this prints from 185 to 215 degrees C on a bed up to 60 degrees C with a print speed from 40 to 100 millimeters per second. We'll set that aside. Here is some Coex Neon Green PLA. Now, I know the colors for April are supposed to be kind of Easter baskety in nature, and this neon green is definitely a good Easter grass kind of color. It prints between 215 and 235 degrees C, and although a print bed temperature isn't listed, it's probably fine up to 60 degrees C. Now, what's next? Fiberology Turquoise Fiber Silk PLA, a nice lightish blue. Silk filaments are generally shiny on the spools. This one doesn't look silky here in the coil, so I'm interested to see how it looks when it prints. Now, this prints between 210 and 230 degrees C on a bed between 50 and 70 degrees C. and has a recommended print speed anywhere between 35 to 60 millimeters per second. And the last sample of the day is this Toner Plastics Mellow Yellow PLA. Quite a nice pastel shade of yellow. This prints between 190 to 230 degrees C. That's quite a range at about 40 degrees between the low and the high values. It wants a bed temperature between 60 and 70 degrees C and can be printed at speeds between 50 and 90 millimeters per second. So that's it for the filament samples. Let's see what else is in the box. This is our accessory. It kind of reminds me of a Terran bunker from StarCraft, but it's actually a solar-powered turntable for showing off projects. Let's snap the turntable part onto the base. Oh, and it's got a battery door, so it looks like it'll run on a AA battery too. Now, I don't have enough light in here to get this thing going, so I put a battery in. Let's see how this looks. And there we go. Now, I've also seen people use these in UV light enclosures to spin their resin prints around and get even light coverage for resin curing. All in all, I think that's pretty neat. I like that. Let's set that aside. Well, let's leave that Benchy spinning. Why not? Okay, so what's left? Here's the project, and this is the electronics for a Wi-Fi enabled soil moisture monitor. If you've got a house plant that you don't always remember to water, this may help. You can 3D print the enclosure for the project. The files are on the Alien 3D site along with the instructions for configuring the electronics. I've got a link in the description, so go check it out. It looks like the last thing that we've got in here is a couple of Reese's peanut butter eggs. Now, sometimes I share my candy with my kiddo, but this time I think these are mine. All mine. No, that would set a bad example. I'll share. Okay, let's get all this stuff packed back up. Project parts, accessory, candy, sticker, info card, and filament, and filament, and filament, and filament, and done. You know, the Alien 3D UFO Mystery Box is almost 2 years old. I've been a subscriber since the very first one, and I still like getting it every month. And if you are interested in the Alien 3D UFO Mystery Box, check out the link in the description. I've got a discount code in there for $5 off your first month when you subscribe, and if you use it, I get a $5 credit too, so everybody wins. Well, 3D printing friends, that's about all the time we have for today. And now that we're at the end of the video, since we've got these filament samples and everything, let's go print something cool. Hey, real quick before you go, I wanted to say thanks for being one of the super awesome people who sticks around all the way to the end, and thanks for all the likes, comments, and shares. You're all wonderful for doing that, and I really appreciate it. If you liked this episode, a thumbs up would be great. And if you'd like to help support the channel, check the description for ways that you can do exactly that. And don't forget, whether you're interested in buying things that were featured in this video or just buying things online in general, there are links in the description to get you to the right place. And I've got some other videos here that you might want to check out as well. Also, please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Subscribing is absolutely free and is an excellent way to help keep me making these videos for you. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time here on the BV3D channel.